Wilson Morales from Black Film TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
Hello.
Good, thanks. Hi.
So finally here, it takes a while from a book to a series, but there's a lot of things happening in production. So for Candice, talk to me about just not only putting this book together, but coming on board and, getting behind the scenes as a showrunner.
So it was never my intention to showrun. But I kind of, as it got going, I was like, it's really important for me to make sure that Queenie from the book to the screen is as she should be, because I didn't want anything to get lost. And also it was important for me to, I guess, steer the ship in making sure that all the characters, all of the places, all of the music all work together as one thing. I like my work to be cohesive, and I like there to be a reason for everything. So everything has a reason, has rhyme, every character, and actually every actor should know, I guess, like the origins, where they're coming from, where they're going. And it felt like if I was on set and I was able to be in the edit and kind of be across all of those things, we would have one show that made sense.
Mm-hmm. For you, Dionne, is this a departure from what you've normally done? And if so, how do you relate to playing this character, Queenie? When people see this, are they going to see a little bit of you in this character?
Is it departure from what I've normally done? Because I'm such a newcomer, I'm a bit like, I don't have very much to measure it up to, but there is definitely nuance between the character I was playing before Queenie and Queenie herself now. So I'd say yes to that. I would say yes to that question. And then, sorry, what else did you say? Is there similarities? Yes, I think, what I can relate to most between Queenie and myself is our sensitivity. I think at the stage that I'm at in my life, I'm embracing it a bit more than she is in the stage that she's at in her life. Was that the rest? Was that it? What was the second?
We're all good. We're all good. For you, Bellah, obviously people know your work off screen. So what led you to say yes, taking on this? And was there any challenges getting in front of the screen as an actress?
I say yes to new opportunities all the time because I just feel like, you have to explore, see what life has to offer you. It was a little bit of pressure because I was like, okay, new territory. I kind of want to show up as my best self. So there was a lot of learning that I did on set, off set, in between set. Just a lot of learning, but it was really fantastic. And I would do it again and again and again and again.
So, when you're adapting this to a series and people are starting to watch this, and the first 3 episodes, we're like, where the brothers at? And so then, when people are, for those who have read the book, are they going to see exactly, not going to say exactly, because you have to make some liberties for screen. Are we getting something similar from the book, or did you have to adapt and bring in something new for the screen? Candice.
So keeping it kind of to its core, and anything that we weren't going to be able to compress from 100,000 words into 8 episodes, which is a lot less words, we made sure we kind of like blended the two things together in a lot of ways. And so we've kind of kept like everything that makes Queenie a person, and also the book. And we've added in Frank, who is Cheske's cousin, who was kind of named in the book as like Cheske's cousin, but now he's like his own person, to show what happens to Queenie when she feels like she's seen by someone for the first time properly. And that was a journey too, I guess, in writing and in filming. And so, there are some differences, but ultimately it's still Queenie's world, we're just getting to see a part of it.
For Dionne, when you started to take on this role and you look and you're reading the script and goes, this girl's messy, but she's fun to play with. It's like, at what point did you feel comfortable that you were Queenie? And sometimes with some people, it's all about, it's in the page, I know how to play this role, or it takes a couple of episodes and maybe a scene before they can say, okay, I got this.
Oh my gosh, that is a big question. I don't know. I feel like I still don't know if I got her right or necessarily all the time. I think I relied a lot on the writer's approval for, I guess, what was correct in a manner of speaking. And then there were times where I had to rely on my own actor's instinct. I don't know, just to kind of permit myself to, like you said, play with it and see if I had felt like what I was doing was landing. But we're going to find out once it's out.
And for you, Bella, obviously, you and Queenie, the characters you're playing are best friends, but they're totally different. What makes them stick around and be there for each other?
I mean, you need a yin to your yang, right? You need balance. And I think Cheske and Queenie can see in each other what they lack themselves. And so they just kind of feed off each other's energy. And that's what I think keeps long-standing or like healthy and fun relationships is I don't want a twin. I want a compatible person that we can learn from. And I think that's what happens between Cheske and Queenie. Cheske is a straight shooter. This is what it is. This is what it isn't. Queenie is reserved but very sensitive and very emotional. And Cheske shows up for her. And Queenie softens Cheske.
Mm-hmm. This show is going to be compared to other shows from different places, but what's going to make it stand out on its own? I always say we're living in a world right now where there's a lot of product in theaters, on streamers, on cable. So it's all about the marketing, letting people know that, hey, there's a show out there. I think it's worth checking out. What's going to separate this from what people may have seen elsewhere and stand on its own and get people to tune in every week? Candice?
I think it's a mixture of all of the things, actually. I think we have some amazing performances. We also have a really good script, which I would say so myself, but also the world and the music and South London and how it looks. It's all its own thing. And I think that when I was writing the show, making the show, in the edit for the show, I wanted to make sure that it was like nothing else. I wanted to make sure that it had, I guess, more heart than anything I've ever seen before, because that's who Queenie is. She is here to move people in a way that I've been waiting for my whole life.
Mm-hmm. And besides these two ladies that's here with you, you have other characters and other actors in the show that lend to it. They are funny in their own right. Can you talk about just, the challenge of just not only, making the show an ensemble, but just making sure everybody has their spot when they come on scene?
Mm-hmm. That was amazing. I felt so privileged to be able to have, I guess, like 10, 15 amazing characters and amazing people. Obviously I've sat with them in my head for years. And so to be able to put like a face to Grandad, Joseph Marcel, and him bring what he brought to the production, and to have Michelle Greenish as Auntie Maggie, who is so vibrant and so exciting, to have so many, to have this ensemble cast of people that were making me laugh every day, I felt so, so grateful. So, that was really, really important to me. Also to give everyone a spotlight in this show, which is about Queenie, but also to make sure everyone is three-dimensional. It was a joy, and everyone brought their best selves to this show.
Mm-hmm. And at one point, are we not going to see Bellah sing, or is that totally out of it?
Oh.
You don't see it, but you might hear it.
So I want to say congrats, obviously, on getting this thing on both sides of the world, so that people can see it, we can talk about it, so we can get a season 2. We need more of these stories out there. So best of luck to everyone involved. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.